너무했다. 강공 말고 약공은 이건 강공이 낫겠죠? 확실히. 강공이 나아 보이고.
The witcher shall soon be buried. The skies weep. That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with witches. As lifeless.
이런 애가 나올 줄은 몰랐지. 오케이, 됐어.
That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with witches.
이건 문제가 아닌데 이제. 여기서부터가 문제야. 뭔가 이상해. 그러니까 확실하게 아직 파악이 안 됐어. 스턴을 먹는 건지 안 먹는 건지.
Lost your nerve?
오케이. 여기 저장하고 싶다. 제발. 미친. Oh shit. 아 이거 봐, 이거 봐. 공격을 또 해. 거지 같은 놈이. 이거 봐, 이거 봐. 하는 짓 봐, 하는 짓 봐. 이게 문제인데. 왜 공격을 안 해? 치명타 터져라. 치명타님. 치명타 터져라 제발. 오케이. 아, 담배 한 대 펴야겠다 이거. 어려웠다. 나 위쳐하면서 제일 어려웠던 것 같아.
You're not him.
Wait, I want to talk.
Not here. Not in this place.
저걸 한 번에 다 깨워서 잡으면 업적이 있다고? 네, 안 하겠습니다.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for another.
For Olgierd?
I thought he'd returned. To me.
What are you? A ghost? An illusion?
I am sadness.
우리 전에 만났었지?
Saw you before, but you weren't yourself. And I saw you again in your memories.
We've met. I don't recall.
기억하지 못하는구나.
I had bad dreams. That is all I know.
I've come for the violet rose Olgierd gave you.
On the day we saw one another for the last time, I dried it and placed it in our chamber at my bedside. I lay there for days, staring at it, until at last it crumbled
너무
into dust,
불쌍해.
as did I soon after.
So, the
완벽.
rose is gone?
Not from this world. Look, you buried my body and the flowers bloomed once more. And I was held in a deep, dark sleep. Only now have I awoken, just like my beautiful rose. When you placed the sketchbook on my grave, I remembered learning to draw my husband's face. Tell me, how is
깜짝이야.
Olgierd?
놀래라.
Healthy?
소드 마스터
Does he
브레이든.
fare well?
깜짝 놀래라. 고맙습니다. 심장이 쪼그라드는 줄 알았는데. 놀래라. 어이구. 늙은이 놀래키지 마요. 깜짝 놀랐네. 근데 고맙습니다. 이런 걸로 놀래키는 건 괜찮습니다. 심장이 터져 죽어도 네. 후원 고맙습니다. 네.
Your husband's got a powerful enemy. Gonter Dim. Know the name?
I curse the day I first heard it.
Who is he, and how'd he step into your lives?
It's my fault. It was for me Olgierd summoned the Man of Glass. And it was my fault he wished for riches then immortality for us both. Olgierd will best Odim, won't he? Now tell me, how is
군토
my husband?
오딤을 을지어드가 소환했다? 이 여자는 을지어드가 그래도 잘 지냈으면 좋겠다고 생각을 하는 것 같은데 잘 지내라고 하긴 또 좀 그렇고 행복한 척은 하고 있지만 사실 그렇지 않아.
Hunts out ever stronger sensations. He tempts fate, because at heart he's unhappy.
At heart he is stone. So nothing has
하츠 오브
changed.
스톤이 을지어드의
And did
그거였구나.
Olgierd mention me? What did he say?
Not much, but I didn't ask about you. He just sent me to retrieve the rose.
The rose. The last I have left of him. His last gift.
하츠 오브 스톤이 그거였어. 을지어드의 심장. 야, 이거 슬프다 근데 좀.
got a feeling the rose is important to you, more than a memento.
I remember so little. Yet when I think of my rose, I begin to recall what was. The world around me turns real, and my eyes open wide and I recognize things. Remember who I am and who I was.
Friend once told me about a case like this. Could be strong emotions that bind you to the rose, feelings we witchers call pins. They're what keeps you in this world.
Like an insect pinned in a collection case. Horrible.
Need to be honest, if I take the rose, you might cease to exist, as might the world you built around you.
And what will happen then? Shall I be free of the suffering, the sadness? Is it the void that awaits?
I don't know.
I don't wish to suffer any longer, but I fear there will be cold and darkness until there is nothing at all.
이걸 뺏어가면 물론 얘가 여기 속박에서 풀려나긴 하겠는데, 근데 그 뒤에 어떻게 될지 또 모르잖아. 근데 그건 내가 알 바가 아니잖아. 그지? 어떡하지? 근데 또 얘가 느낄 수 있는 한 가지가 장미라고 하고. 참 미치겠네. 그치, 그렇다고 여기다 두 잔이 또 줄 수 있냐고 물어보자.
I need the rose. Will you give it to me?
It's so fragile. Look, the petal edges have turned crimson, as they were on the day I received it. The one thing missing is the single drop of dew which slid down the leaf when I took the rose in hand. Or was it blood? Because I pricked my finger? I can't remember. You know, I never did read the letter from Olgierd. I didn't have to. And I needn't have kept the flower he left me. I've come to a decision. I shall give you the rose.
Our service thus ends. Thank you, stranger, for freeing us.
Before we go, some advice. Beware of the one called the Man of Glass. Stand in his way, and you'll meet a fate worse than death. Seek salvation in glass that can't be broken.
Glass that can't be broken?
깨질 수
So
없는
long.
거울.
I'll remember you, Iris von Everek.
That no longer matters. Farewell.
뭔가 슬프군. 마음이 썩 좋진 않아. 오케이. 그림은 지워져 버렸네요. 그렇군. 근데 뭔가 좀 밝아진 것 같다. 여기가 음침했는데 그래도 조금 나아진 것 같아서 다행입니다. 막 갑자기 여기서 나왔는데 막 비 오고 있고 이러면 짜증났을 것 같은데, 근데 이거 길이 또 이걸 리쌍이 넘어간다. 아, 여기 있구나. 맞다, 여기 동료는 갔어? 동룡 가버렸네. 갑시다. 달랑꽃 한 송이라기엔 너무 의미가 크다. 그 안에 있는 이야기가 마음이 아프네요. 잘 만든 게임이야, 진짜. 이래야지 게임이. 마지막 환상 같은 그런 말도 안 되는.
Two pints, and be quick about it.
Please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draft.
Geralt, over here.
뭐야? 네가 왜 여기 있어?
Oi, waiter looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me beg. My treats.
헐. 야, 이 정도 능력이면 그때 그 사고를 안 내도 되는 거 아니었냐?
Show off.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in gingerbread.
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities. Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
너 정체가 도대체 뭐냐?
Who are you really?
Gaunter O'Din, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what it is I do. In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say, I simply grant their wishes.
그리고는 공경에 빠뜨리지.
And drop them in a world of hurt.
No, not I. That would be their poorly formulated wishes. I'm no cheat. I give folk what they want, nothing more. That the oft-desired unworthy things, that is entirely the fault of their rotten natures.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
No, Geralt, you don't. This one time I shall spare you and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still need you.
You actually control time, or is this just some conjurer's trick?
What difference does it make?
A big one.
Let us say time has always fascinated me, so I taught myself how best to use it.
Why time of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions. Length, width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width? Come now.
네가 근데 왜 여기 있는 거야? 그래.
So, to what do I owe the
부하가 있기로
pleasure?
했는데.
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied your debt.
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand, because we're even.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the Temple of Lilvani.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, "I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we three shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared." End quote.
Yeah, I remember.
Fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand. That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking.
어!
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my soup? Was waiting. Had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How is it you're here?
나 방심하고 있다가 씨.
I'm a witcher. Superhuman quickness, just one of my many qualities.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani.
깜짝
It's south of
놀랐네.
here. Entrance is inside a cave.
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple, got it?
Aye, got it. Hold there! Your friend, the medic, she were here. Asked that you look in on her.
Thanks.
Did you see?
You're stranger to the bottom.
Literally dropped dead.
야 근데 몰입감 쩐다 이거 진짜. 루팅 아닙니다. 루팅은 사람이 죽었는데. 샤니의 집에 안 갈 순 없겠죠.
Honor in the fatherland.
샤니?
Shani,
Oh, Geralt. Good thing you're here.
what happened? Somebody break in?
This? No. Just getting ready to move.
What? When? Where to?
Not what I wanted to talk to you about. Or at least not only, but... I'm leaving, Geralt. The Eastern Front
전쟁하러
beckons.
가는구나.
I'm Kedwin bound.
Never mentioned you'd be moving. Any intention to either.
I didn't know I would be. Found out this morning. 2 soldiers came to my door, said Redania needs me again.
Couldn't turn him down. Just say
아
no.
깜짝이야.
Perhaps I could have,
고맙습니다.
but I didn't want to. Treating the ill and wounded, it's my calling. No place I'm needed more than at the front.
저 소리 바꿔야겠어. 너무 자꾸 놀래. 가지마.
Can't you reconsider and stay?
Geralt, what for? The wedding, the time we've spent together, it was nice. But you have your life and I have mine. This doesn't make sense long term. You know that as well as I do.
Well, you take care of yourself.
그렇게 쉽게 보내?
You too, Geralt.
마.
So, learn anything about Olgierd?
Well, I abandoned the books quickly. Decided that if I was going to learn the truth, I'd need to find someone who knows it.
Find anyone?
Turned out I didn't need to look far. A colleague at the academy, an assistant to Professor Permathine Shakeslot, claims Olgierd von Everett met with the professor multiple times.
고맙습니다. 안 놀랬지롱.
Apparently, Olgierd asked the professor
저 소리
to do some
바꾸자. 아
research.
너무
Professor got so worked up doing it, he went daffy. Started jealously guarding his notes. Wouldn't even let his assistant look at them.
The professor. Where'll I find him?
Here in Oxenfurt. Cloistered inside his house on academy grounds. Mage hunters guard his door.
마법사 사냥꾼들이 지키고 있다.
Mage hunters at the door. He under house arrest?
I can't say, really. Some of the faculty think him a traitor. Say he sold out to the hunters for a hefty pouch of gold. The assistant, on the other hand, insists the professor wants him there to protect him. I don't know what from.
What's your guess?
He's certainly useful to them. A specialist in black magic and the occult? Must be a trove of knowledge. If he's really gone off his nutter, I wouldn't be surprised to see them using him.
Need to talk to this professor.
We'll go together. Redanian guards all over the academy. Doubt you'll get in alone.
Guards have never stopped me, you know that.
Wound these, and I'll have to patch them up. Besides, we might run into a friend. Get inside free and easy.
가자, 샤니야.
So how are things at the academy these days?
You mean since Radovid shut it down?
I mean, is it well guarded?
Might be all it is. Many of the faculty
이렇게 달리면서 호흡이 흐트러지지 않아요,
The
샤니.
braver ones
대단해.
stayed, but assumed the guises of tailors
멋있어.
and laundresses. Why?
Just curious. Scholars seem to have adopted mage tactics. They in the same bind? So the Eastern Front. And
위쳐야 그렇다 치고 훈련을 했으니.
Wherever it is, take care of yourself.
Always do. So don't worry.
Halt! By order of King Radovid, no one's allowed inside the academy.
Not even lecturers?
No one means no one.
See, you've become quite the stickler, Norbert. You were much kinder when I was patching you up. By the way, how's your knee?
Fine. Dandy. As if no arrow ever struck it.
Consider yourself a lucky man. Because if I'd not decided to operate, you'd be a cripple to the end of your days.
Bruno, eh? Maybe we ought to let her in. She's a decent lass. Not like to steal nothing.
All right. But alone, which will draw too much attention. I'd rather not get shite from the captain on his account.
Here's what we'll do. I'll go in, then help you sneak in around the back.
How?
Don't know, but I'll figure something out. Usually aren't nearly as many guards on the riverside.
Agreed.
All right, let me in.
머리띠가 왜? 뭐 어때서? 게롤트도 취향이 있는 거야, 여러분들. 너무 그러지 마십시오. 대학 안으로 들어가 봐야겠네요. 을지어드에 관해서 좀 더 많은 걸 알 수 있을 것 같아. 대학교 안에 들어가 보면. 저기 웬 상자가 있냐? 필요 없어요, 근데. 이걸? 아, 여기 웬 익사체가 있어. 너네 그거나 내놔라고. 만난 김에 저기 무엇이냐, 빨강 변이인자 하나 줘봐. 맷집 장난 아닌데? 이 녀석들? 언제부턴지 모르겠지만 출혈이 이렇게 안 걸린다? 전에 때리기만 하면 출혈 걸렸었는데 뭐가 달라진 건 없을 텐데.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Grab the line.
아, 나 루팅도 못했어. 샤니야. 블랙 화이트님 팔로우 고마워요.
Long story, but we've done well. Professor Shakeslock's house is at the end of this street. Witch hunters guard the door. Doubt I'll be able to sweet-talk them.
Been a huge help already, Shani. Thanks.
It was nothing. Really. You'd have done the same for me. If you wish to see me again before I go, I'll be at home.
오케이.
Packing will take some time yet.
꽃까지.
All right. Be seeing you.
아니, 야, 너네 그거나 내놔봐. 그러면 만난 김에 너네도 나한테 줄 게 있지? 디메테리움 수갑. 너네한테 수갑을 뺏어서 샨이랑 뒤에 뭐야 이거. 일로와. 이거 출혈이 좀 이상하게 안 걸린다니까? 이게 얜 또 걸리네. 그렇지, 그렇지, 그렇지. 이게 필요했지. 고맙게 쓰도록 하겠다.
Locked tight. Need another way in. You leave a window open, maybe.
창문은 열렸을지도 몰라. 창문이요? 창문이요? 어디 창문? 일로 위로 올라가야 되나 보다. 오케이. 힐인데요? 가끔 쓰긴 쓰는데 좀 위험해서 잘 안 쓰게 돼요. 맞으면 한 방 맞으면 그냥 푹 찍이니까 조금. 저 문이 열려 있을 거란 얘긴가 그러면? 뭐야? 부셔버림. 헐. 내가 방금 집을 박살낼 뻔한 것 같은데. 잠깐만. 영상 1시간만 하자. 너무 어두워.
Silver Laman. Don't know the sigil. Hasn't been used in ages.
박살났는데?
No sign of impact. Probably not an accident. Shattered by a sound, maybe. Someone look at it and scream.
뭔가 싸움 혹은
Julian Alboco's lesser key. Tomes about demons, dusty as they come.
Franco, is that you? Leave the bedpan in the usual spot. And take the platter. I shan't be eating today.
Professor Shakeslock?
Who the blazes? How'd you get in? Get out. I know nothing. Don't wish to know anything. Understand? No, no, no. Out!
Not gonna hurt you.
That demon sent you. I'm sure of it.
바닥에 오망성이다.
No one sent me.
You lie. I may be blind, but I sense unclean powers better than anyone. Why do you think the witch hunters guard me like a treasure?
I'm a witcher.
A mutant? Yeah. Could be.
네 무너지겠는데?
Why are there guards outside your door? You a prisoner?
Protective custody. That's the phrase. Protective. When I cannot decide my own fate, cannot breathe without their permission.
What do they want from you?
You may not be aware, but I'm one of the foremost experts on the occult. Living experts, that is. My mentor was the outstanding Professor Lionel Van...
And you're cooperating with the witch hunters now?
Cooperating? As if I had a choice. They're ignorant, but not enough to ignore what I know about magic, witches, sorceresses, what have you. Knowledge they use for barbaric ends, but that's beyond my control.
Came here because I need information. Think you might be the only man who has it.
A witcher. Then it follows I needn't fear. I'm hardly a post-conjunction creature.
What did Olgierd von Everec want from you?
I curse the day I first set eyes upon the man. He appeared at my doorstep one day, offering a sack of gold were I only to find out who Gaunter O'Dim is and how to get rid of him. I agreed. Such matters are my speciality. And I needed the coin. I pored over countless tomes, delved into obscure incidents and analysed folk legends. I went so far as to travel to Nilfgaard, the library there, where at last I hit upon the mysterious entity's trail. There are records of encounters dating back thousands of years in many cultures under many names, but always as evil incarnate. In this land we call him Gaunter O'Dim, at times Master Mirror or the Man of Glass. In deciphering the ancient scrawlings I went blind, yet I learned a great deal. For example, that he plays with his victims and thrives on pacts above all else. Seemingly harmless contracts which drive their parties to madness.
마법진은 왜 그려놓은 거예요?
What's with the surroundings? These runes, what do they mean?
They protect me. Here, evil cannot touch me.
How do you know?
Told me himself. Paid me a visit once. Fascinating meeting that was. I was blind already, but saw him clearly. He smiled at me. Said he was honoured I'd taken such an interest in him. He wished to thank me and explained he'd taken a similar interest in me. He drew the circle and said I'd be safe within it. His way of repaying me, you see.
Ever tried to leave it?
If you'd heard how he said it, you'd be as certain as I am what leaving would bring.
더 알고 있는 건?
Know anything else about the man?
Gaunter O'Dim is no man. He is evil. Evil which assumes various forms. Forget about him, or die.
You're alive.
Alive? Yet I live in constant fear, born of what I've learned about him.
Olgierd signed one of these pacts with him?
Brilliant deduction. But have you guessed why? You must know that he came from a wealthy, influential line. He must have, if the family of his betrothed accepted him. Yet did you know his fortune soured? He himself became an outcast, impoverished. Iris's family, a powerful house, could not accept this, would not marry their daughter to a nobody. Olgierd wished to elope. The further away, the better. Yet Iris refused to cut her family ties.
Quite the predicament.
Indeed. Their luck turned yet darker when a wandering witch mentioned a solution. A man who would grant any wish. His name, Master Mirror. The rest follows naturally. Olgierd and O'Dim, a meeting at a crossroads, a wish, a pact signed in blood, and a price to be paid. Olgierd was to sacrifice one he loved. O'Dim delights in difficult choices. He knew Olgierd loved two in this world, his betrothed and his brother, Vladimir. Olgierd chose, and soon thereafter married his beloved Iris, his fortune restored.
Olgierd tell you all that?
He had to. How else was I to diagnose his case?
Make it sound like an illness.
It's worse. Many illnesses are treatable, but play with evil, medicine can be much harder to find.
Why was Olgierd out to get rid of O'Dim? He'd gotten what he wanted.
Had he? His heart had turned cold as ice. His feelings for his wife, for whom he'd sacrificed his brother, withered. He'd lost all he loved. Had he wanted any of this?
소원을 이뤄주는 대신에
O'Dim grants what you wish, not what you want. All who sign a pact learn the difference and die by it.
그 소원이 필요했던 목표를
No way to get rid of him.
Kill him, you mean? Kill evil? No. Yet the annals tell of a man who dissolved his pact by defeating O'Dim at his own game.
Meaning?
Ogden wields contracts, word traps, duels of wits. Challenge him to such a duel. He'll agree, and can be beaten. But remember, there is only ever one stake. The sole thing he truly desires. Human souls.
이 낙인은 어떻게 그거 이기면 없애지겠지 뭐.
Thanks. Helped me a lot.
Good.
근데 여기 나가는 게 좋을
Very
것 같은데.
Oh, to feel useful after so many years locked up, living in fear. Why, it's pleasance itself.
헐. 헐. 아니 이게 내가 그런 거 같다. 내가 그런 거 아닌데. 아니 내가 아들을 날려서 그런 게 아니잖아.